amakosi. Kosi for life.
What?
How's it, Kosi?
Sanbon.
Yes, I want a Kosi. You are welcome, Mama Kosi.
Hello?
How's it?
I'm fine, Kosi for life.
Ay, man, when are we going to journey lentally?
I think it's in a good nothing. This thing is unfair. Telling anything to attend again, like Kaizer Chiefs things. They are talking bad about Kaizer Chiefs and they want to destroy the team. I don't know what's wrong with it. And media is in it too. With every time when there are something which is they are quickly to identify my wrongdoings. But when people are fed up against him, they are not there to give the judgment. The judgment it's one side. It's one-sided. So I think the Kaizer Chiefs sibukeka kakhulu as balula babi into the future football.
And then
Why go Sundowns, why go Pirates, they do the same thing. And the referees never been suspended. Like, remember the Sundowns and Chiefs game, penalties. They should be suspended that referee. But the referee was what? The referee is back and still is doing the judging. Every time they do things, everything they just look against Chiefs every time. I think it's in it. They are seeing a thing. They are smuggler parts and they want to be destroyed.
Thank you, Kosi. Let us hear from others.
Okay, thank you, Kosi.
Thank you. You are welcome to the course.
Sanbon.
So what, Naman Kosi?
No. I guess.
Yeah, Minanga.
I'm not about siyazonda yabo. Cause the last couple bedlala uSundowns.
Yes.
Ureferees ayibone lanto goalkeeper uSundowns wayenza. Hayi ubona kwami Kaizer Chiefs nje iyazondwa.
So why are they choosing games? Because it looks like they always choose game that, okay, this one, the mistake was done or Chiefs was benefited. No, we must take it to the review. Why they choose games to take them to the review and then they don't take every game that we see that there and there was an error. They must take maybe that game to a review and tell us what was happened there. But they do it when it's a benefit for Kaizer Chiefs.
That's what easy and like South Africa.
No, because it is where
I guess.
It is where abanye ukuthi bathini.
Angizi network yangihlupha lana.
Okay. You are welcome, Kosi. Hey, how's it, Kosi?
I'm so sharp.
Hi, sharp man, Kosi.
I can tell you Kaizer.
Yes.
But exercise Kaizer. Ongamusho ngamama restricted namaphutha. This way to mthathe kumagame alandenayo nakwamanye amateam bazawasuspend ama-records of the same thing. Abaqale ngathi ngilinda ukuthi mthathe lokhu phambili basuspenda ama-referee if mhlawumbe ukuthi kunezinto amaphutha abawenzayo ngakho beze baqala kufubeke nakho sibonise kanjani.
Because don't you think we need a VAR in South Africa?
I-VAR iyadingeka manje isidingo sayo iyadingeka kakhulu. Manje ibona abakhanda i-problem. Ukuthi ngayivumela i-VAR ngoba bayibonisa ukuthi kwathi in 44.
Okay. No, ngiyakuzwa Khosi. No, thank you Khosi.
Ngibonga kakhulu wena.
Thank you.
Sure.
Amakhosi for life. Okay, let me clarify this. You know, you may see this thing as a small thing, but it will kill some of teams like Kaizer Chiefs, because these match officials, referees, will never give us an opportunity of penalty if someone deserves a penalty or free kick that they see that we may score or what. They will never give us any chance. If you can watch or you can do a review of our games, guys, take time to review our games and see how we played, see how we denied some penalties. If you can look at game of Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs, MTN 8, what was happening there? What was happening? Okay, in that game also, there was ball, that ball go to Cole Alexander hand, and it was a handball. Referee never charged it. Never charged it, even though it was going to benefit to Sundowns, or it benefited Kaizer Chiefs by drawing not, and they goes to extra time and to the penalties. So why didn't they take that game to a review and see if our referees there were complying with all their rules of refereeing? Today, they are suspending a referee because of the mistake that he did. It was a benefit to Kaizer Chiefs. But just because of these people, they hate Kaizer Chiefs. They want to see Kaizer Chiefs going down always. And to be honest with you guys, in football, if you can sit down and think about this. In football, we got win, we got lose, we got draw. But sometimes we have a win that's called a lucky win. We have a draw that's called a lucky draw. So, but if SAFA will choose which game to take to review, and which referees deserves to be suspended, this is totally wrong. We are not going anywhere in South Africa. PSL will never be the league that will compete with other leagues out there. Because what is happening here, I think we are going to play a football of political football. Because this is politics. If you can look at this thing that is happening in PSL in South Africa, it's politics. It's politics. Because when it's Chiefs benefiting, it matters. They must talk about it. Coaches must talk about it. And the game must be taken to the review. But when it's Chiefs losing the game because of the mistakes of referees, they don't do nothing. Why? It's everybody hating Kaizer Chiefs. We are the only one supporters who love Kaizer Chiefs and the management of Kaizer Chiefs. This thing is not good, guys. It's not good. And they know that our teams, our bosses, our management will never cry. They know that our bosses will never cry, but we are here. We will voice out. As supporters, we will voice out, we will tell them that what they are doing is not a football. What is happening to PSL is not a football. Why they are suspending referees just because of the mistake that he done? It benefited Kaizer Chiefs. And other teams, when they benefit because of the referees are not suspended. Why? Why they choose referees and why they choose games to take to the review? Why they do that? It's like we're playing a political football now. Who is running SAFA? Who is the head of SAFA? I think that they must do they must investigate who is the head of SAFA. Because that means Kaizer Chiefs will go down, guys. So we'll have to, to throw away our t-shirts. Kaizer Chiefs will go down. You are welcome, Coach for Life.
Coach for Life.
How's it?
Coach, I'm so more.
But when we want to go to
Coach, remember that time when Chiefs was suspended for that player for the whole year in our tournament. Remember how the decision was taken. You see, and remember that time when Sundowns was supposed to be taken at the doctor's point after putting a player in a field that was suspended. Remember that time Paris was playing against Sundowns, whereby Paris was supposed to take the lead. But who benefited from there? It was Sundowns. Even that time when Chiefs was supposed to take the lead, it who benefited. It was Sundowns. Do you see if SAFA is the one that makes decisions? It seems like the decisions are against Kaizer Chiefs. And it seems that the decisions against small teams, now they are giving teams that have money, everything, and that has the power. Like I'm going to do like the one that you say the Royal AM, what they are teaching, how they are teaching Royal AM now. You see, everything that SAFA, what I can say that SAFA is not showing at all. Now it's treating every there are teams that are suffering, not that is on, but there are teams, I feel like a team that suffered, that went down to the relegation because of what? Because of that the other team that has money. So now SAFA protects those who have money. And if Chiefs doesn't give money to other people, other guys to SAFA, that's how it's happening now. It means that there is something that is happening inside SAFA that is going on.
And if you remember, there was a game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Bloemfontein Celtic. If you still remember the game last season, Sundowns won that game by a false goal. If you remember, nothing was happened there. No referees was suspended on that game. But today, because it's Amazulu, draw with Kaizer Chiefs by a penalty that they suspect that it was not a handball. They suspend the referees. Why?
Okay, let me give you another example about the home. The home, that referee was supposed to be suspended long time ago. Even Richard, unnecessary Richard, and he is the one who's killing South African football. Remember, every time he comes to a game, he always doesn't judge the game according to what is happening. He judges according to his heart and how he feels about the player. Remember, Kasadi, he always hated Kasadi. He always judged Kasadi because he came. And the other player, there's another player from Pirates. He always judged them with him. So you see that even the referee, when he was judging that game between Sundowns and Chiefs, he was supposed to look at the goalkeeper before he judged. His position was there to look at the goalkeeper if he's moving. And the assistant referee was supposed to assist him, but he was the one who was supposed to check first. And then where is he? He is always there, he's judging, and they are giving him the high profile game. Why? Because he is paid to do so.
No, thanks, Kosi. Let us hear from others before they give up. They are calling here. Sure, Kosi, you may call 076907 and give us your thoughts. Just give us your opinion. Guys, to be honest, I can see some of your comments. You can't blame Kaizer Chiefs for something that, you know, uh, Kosi, you are welcome. Kosi,
Remember?
hey, well, you are welcome.
Okay. Let me say this very quick.
Yeah, but you are, I hardly hearing you now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can talk.
Okay. So I've got few things that really frustrate me. First thing first, let's look at how Owen Dagama was fired. Owen Dagama was fired because of referee's mistakes. One thing first, let's start here. The red card that his player was given. 50-50 ball, right? Yes, the stats was up, but for both players, not one player. And then the other one was given a red card. It's only 10 minutes, 7 minutes in the game.
Yes.
Right? In the very same game, there was a goal that was disallowed. Clear goal that was disallowed. Right? Owen Dagama was fired. The referee that was refereeing in that game, nothing was done to that referee.
So that means our SAFA is very choosy. There are games that they choose, and then they choose, okay, which team benefited from that mistake. So we don't want that team to benefit from those mistakes.
They choose their victims. They choose who they want to punish. They choose who they want to suffer. So I've got another scenario that I want to show you. The game that Kaizer Chiefs lost 4-1 to Royal AM. Yes. There was two things that happened that was big mistakes. That could have changed the completion of the game. One, there was a goal that was disallowed. Secondly, the first goal, there was an elbow to Kamabiliat, and the referee went clear on. The next thing, it was a goal. It was fine. Let's not talk about that because they will say we're complaining because we lost the game. But I want to take you to last season when Sundowns won the league. A game against Celtic.
I was talking about that game.
A game against Celtic, a card back, square pass, goal, and then the referee says offside. And nobody says anything about this. The referee does not get punished. The SAFA does not say anything. But when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs, South Africa must stand still. But I understand Kaizer Chiefs is Premier League anyway. You must watch what I'm saying. Why I'm saying Kaizer Chiefs is the Premier League. When Chiefs is playing, everybody talks. When Chiefs is not playing, everybody still talk about Chiefs. So it looks like everybody watch only Kaizer Chiefs games. They don't watch other games, including SAFA.
So why,
before you answer, I want to take you backward. The M10-8 game.
Yes.
Sundowns is going through to the final. Yes. How did they get to that position? 4 of their penalties, or 4 of our penalties.
False penalties.
Yes. But then nothing was done. The referee that was refereeing in that game did not get punished.
Because Chiefs was losing the game and Sundowns was benefited from that game.
Yes. So here's my point. We only need one thing and one thing only in South Africa to put this matter to rest. We need VAR. Simple as that. As long as we don't have VAR, this season already, in the 5 games that Kaizer Chiefs lost, there is penalties that were supposed to have been given but were not given. There's red cards that were given to our players that were not supposed to have been given, but they're given.
Yeah, no, TK.
I mean,
TK ndomu fakari bangu basatunga ife bakwe.
Yeah, anyway, no, cool.
Sure, TK. Kosi, move away from the video and talk to us.
Okay.
Move away from the video and talk to us.
Yeah, I'm away now.
Yeah, you can talk to us. Give us your thoughts, your opinion about this situation. We know. Let me say something before you continue. I saw a comment. Someone said, but Amazulu droned, and then they suspend a referee, not Kaizer Chiefs. No, we have to talk about this because this thing, it will put us under pressure. It will put under match officials, referees under pressure because they will never give a Chiefs opportunity of penalties or free kicks because of these suspension things from SAFA. So that's why we are crying as supporters of Kaizer Chiefs, of all supporters of PSL supporters. You can continue, my brother.
Thank you, Kosi. You know what? I'm from Maran Hill branch here in Durban.
Yes.
Yes, there's a small branch that has grown up now. It's a good branch from Kaizer Chiefs branch.
Yes.
What happened? Because the guys have talked about the Sundown Celtics game. You remember that Pirates game where Mabasa scored an offside goal? I think it was 3 meters, 5 meters away.
Yes.
He even waited for the ball to come to him. They were playing against Kakama, Highland Park. You remember that game where Pirates Mabasa scored the goal?
I remember it very well.
No one was suspended there. Anyway, I don't want to go to games now. I'll go to the media now. You know what? First is Robert Marawa. You know what? Robert Marawa, when things like this, when he was working for Metro FM, he used to put it under the carpet. Now it's Junior Kanye. What Junior Kanye did when Mwene, remember when Mwene was saying, we took about 2 penalties, he was away from his line.
Yes.
Junior Kanye kept quiet about that.
Yes.
That's the thing. Even Robert Marawa used to do that. When Chiefs benefited, he will talk the whole week and call SAFA and call everyone. But when Chiefs is not benefiting, then he will keep quiet, put everything under the carpet. The media is doing this, then everybody is following. And of course, I'm very angry. I can't even speak, man.
And that's why we are saying it's like everybody. They want to see Kaizer Chiefs go down. Because this is, you can take it simple, but it's taking Kaizer Chiefs down. Because no referee is going to favor Kaizer Chiefs when it comes to penalty or free kick. And then in games, sometimes we win by lucky. Every games, the games that you are talking about, other teams like Pirates, Sundowns, they won by lucky. But when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs, kuri itwenty no bataba ya lefatsika muka batsontsi ba suspendeli referee or why ne hunya go winisha Kaizer Chiefs, why would the Lord Kaizer Chiefs draw a game? So this thing is not going to be fair.
You see now, Coach, one more thing so that the other callers can come in. For you to do this, I'm happy because I know my bosses know football. He played football, he did everything, he won't complain. But for us as supporters to do this and show other teams and other supporters that we can see these things. Although they keep doing it, but you can see. At least now we're trying as supporters to help our team because now our bosses, they know football, they understand football. That's why they're keeping quiet. The other bosses, they don't know about football. They don't know anything about it. They never played football anyway. That's why they're doing things like this. Okay, thanks, Cousin.
So, my question is, SAFA is working together with PSL. And then, what is PSL doing with these decisions that they see it's been done by SAFA? Why they don't maybe investigate what is happening there? Who is the head of SAFA? Why they are choosing games to be reviewed? Not always. There are many of games that were supposed to be reviewed, but they never reviewed them. My brother, this is something that is hitting me a lot.
But at least what you did today, it's good, and I don't know how to say it. But at least maybe someone will take notice. Thanks, coach. You've tried. I think there's some direction here. Every coach must stand with you, and the other branches, all other branches must do this and often, so that everybody knows that we are not hate of what we're doing. Thanks, John.
The thing is, my brother, we know our management for the teams. They will never voice out because they are respected people. They are a public figure. And then if they can voice out, it can backfire them. But we as supporters, you know what? We played football. We know everything about football. But we can't keep shut just because of we are being called supporters. We are not supporters just because of we don't know football. We are not following Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Sundowns just because of we don't know football. We know football. And if there is a mistake, we will have to voice out so that South Africa or SAFA may be getting this. You know, it's something that is not good because our team are going down. Because it's not only Kaizer Chiefs. There are small teams that they don't have power to raise their voices. But it's something that it will kill them. They are going down always. If you can look for something that happened for Royal AM and Skuku and Polokwane City, what happened there when the other team comes to PSL? It was not fair, but people were cool with it. But now SAFA started something again. Why they have to suspend these referees just because of Kaizer Chiefs benefited from those mistakes? Only.
They're supposed to do that maybe from last season or from last season to suspend referees. Referees have been doing mistakes all along as I ever remember players watching the games and going to the ground. The referees were making mistakes. Why now they choose this one?
You know,
but anyway, coach, let's stand up for our team. That's the only way we can do.
Thank you, Kosi, for your opinion.
All right, thanks, Kosi.
Thank you, Kosi. So, guys, please, you can see Takalani Lugisan said, all we are asking for is referees to be fair, and SAFA must be fair. We are not saying referees must do mistakes. We are saying SAFA must be fair. SAFA must not choose games. They must review all the games. If there was error, you know, we always shout, we always voice out if there was error in the game that we were watching. Why don't they go and review that? Just because the so-called Ace Ngobo, Mr. Spot On, said that wasn't a penalty. They must take it to review. And when they take it to review, they must come back and suspend the referees. And other referees are just Kuriba Jamnati. Kureba Yeta Deposo, just because it's Sundowns, just because it's Pirates, they don't get fired or suspended. No, this thing, guys, is not fair. It's not fair. It's not like we are fighting. We are not fighting with anybody. But what we want referees to be fair. We want SAFA to be fair. If there was a mistake, they must sit down. Not just to take any decision that we are suspending these referees just because of he made a mistake that Kaizer Chiefs was benefited from it. No. There is a lot of games that Sundowns played and win by false goals. There is a lot of games that Pirates played and win by false goals. There is a lot of games that SuperSport played and win by false. But they never took those games to the review to see if can niti ne una li poso na, can niti referee na li poso na. Mara he poso iya ki referee and then he benefita Kaizer Chiefs. They must go to review and come back and suspend the referee. So apeba eba etaka ona mkho ba chusa di referee tse dingwe or li eba yo refela Kaizer Chiefs. They are going to ref that game when Batuwile. That means even though if we deserve to have a penalty when Billiard is kicked on the 18 area, they will never ref. because of the Chama suspension. No, guys, this is not fair. SAFA is not fair. Not PSL either. What are they doing with something like this? What are they doing with something like this? What have we done as a footballer, supporters? You know what? We want to watch a good football. Yes, our teams are not playing a good football. But if referees are not going to be fair, and after that SAFA is not going to be fair, let's forget about the football of South Africa. Let's forget about PSL. Because we will never see any good football again. We will never. You see? So all what they are doing, guys, it's not fair. It's not fair, guys. You may call 076-907-1401 before I end this live video. Let's listen to music. Amakozi. Welcome, Kosi.
Hello, Kosi. You're speaking to Kuruma Notice Michelle.
It is in yakho.
Hayi nami le ndaba le iyangiwarisha Kosi ngoba hayi ngeke phela every time makudlala iKaizer Chiefs abo ref abasiniki nje amaphena mara labo ref bravo ababanikeza ama-disciplinary what mara when it comes to it all the time kumele kube something.
You see, that's the problem, because if Tinasi we are benefited from the mistake of the referees, someone must be punished just because of that mistake. But if it's other teams benefited from us because of the mistake of the referees, nothing is happened.
Abakhulumi
next bathula nama media bakhuluma wabona mauka ungabheka ama newspaper today and then ama website on internet, they are talking about that referee was suspended because of Kaizer Chiefs was benefited from that mistake Just because it's Kaizer Chiefs, everybody is having something to say.
Yebo, because mina vele into engiwarishayo ukuthi kunini i-Sundowns ibenefita from lawo ma-penalties lawo. Enikeza i-penalty nge-90 minutes i-Sundowns iwini le game leyo. Mara abakazi labantu beSAFA behlale phansi bathi bona sebeqala ukubhekisisa ukuthi kwenzakaleni. Ngethi into esiyifunayo nje kuSAFA at least kube bayasifakela abadinda ama-VAR nje bathi ngamani lawo.
Wayibona?
At least siyazi ukuthi ngeke kube khona ama-mistake afana nalawo.
Wayibona? Because even if now, if you can see, last time we were crying about going back to stadium, SAFA and PSL, they decided to tell us that we must not go to stadium when the government is still giving us these rules and regulation of them. Okay, why they are doing that? Sometimes you people, you may not know. It's because of DSTV is the sponsor of PSL. And then DSTV is benefiting a lot now just because of not going to stadium.
Now.
They're benefiting because we always pay our decoder to watch the game. So if they can open to us to go to stadium, the DSTV will never benefit. But now they are benefiting, like nobody else. And then we got other sponsors who are sponsoring our team. How are they going to benefit if we are not going to stadium? So
yes, they are not benefiting anything.
That's supposed to benefit.
This thing is not fair because yabona le ndaba yokunga ema-stadiums at least kube bathi siproduce ama-certificate yokuthi sivaccinatile
yes.
Ngoba phela
abafuna uyenza still now they are still promising us derby game Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates it will be free for those who vaccinated. We don't want that. We want them to tell us those who vaccinated, they must go and buy a ticket and come to the stadium. You see?
Into engiwarishayo khosi yilento yokuthi as it is now baya campaigner ama-government wathiwathi ama-politicians abafuni ma-vaccination ebantwini mara thina abalandeli masikuyabuka ibhora sithi ayi thina sivaccinatile abafuni.
So you think they are fair? That's why I'm saying this PSL and SAFA is like now they are run by this government and the corruption one because this is corruption because we corrupt our healthy. They don't know or rina early go stadium reikuka jwang.
Yes, they don't even know, and there are many people that are benefiting
from going to stadium to watch football, to sell things there. To do whatever.
Because some people they make a living by selling their stadium.
So now it's supposed to be one person who must benefit. DSTV only must benefit.
Yes, they are the only ones and they know that we're going to pay because we want to watch soccer.
But this thing is not fair. South Africa is not treating us as South African people. It's like we are outside.
Okay, ngiyabonga Khosi.
Thank you, cousin.
Okay.
Thank you. So, guys, this thing is not fair. To be honest with you, it's not fair. Everything is not fair in PSL. Everything. It's like that corruption that we are crying about in our living here in our community. It goes to PSL. Everything, it will be corrupt there. So how are we going to live? Now they are denying us to go to stadium. You have been vaccinated for so long. They said go to vaccinate so that you can go to stadium to watch football. They are not opening the stadium. Why is PSL and SAFA not doing something? Why they are saying, no, we know that we are in level 1, but we still have rules and regulations from the government. But we know that DSTV is benefiting from this. Only DSTV is benefiting from this. But we got a lot of people who must benefit from us. as supporters of Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates or Sundowns. There are a lot of people who must benefit. Taxi owners must benefit from us because when they took us to the stadium, they are benefiting. The petrol garages, they were benefiting from supporters. People who are selling food, people who are selling clothes, our merchandise at stadium, they were benefiting from supporters. But just because now was validity, now our supporters, no one is benefiting. But it's only DSTV who must benefit. And who is DSTV? Just because it's a sponsor of PSL. Guys, we will voice out. It's not like sometimes when we are just keeping quiet, we are so stupid. Sorry for saying this word. It's not like we are so stupid, but we know what is happening in this country. We are not being treated well. And it's not like we are fighting for Kaizer Chiefs. We are fighting for everybody. If it's really that in 1994 we did get to democracy, if we got freedom, why are they doing this for us? Just like we're so stupid. People are vaccinated. Why don't they say, people, because you are vaccinated, come to stadium. Those who vaccinated. That means if you are not vaccinated, they will never sell you a ticket if you are not vaccinated. That means you are not allowed to go to stadium. They must stop this thing of selling ticket at the stadium and sell the ticket at competicket. Now just because the supporters are not going to stadiums, even competicket is not benefiting. You see? So that means our economy will go down. You are welcome, Coach for Life. Move away from the video, Kosi. Guys, when you call, move away from the video, because if you wanna see yourself talking on the video, or you wanna listen to yourself talking on the video, it won't correspond. So you just have to focus on us on the call, and then after that you will listen to yourself, because the video is a little backward. So guys, what I'm saying is, this thing that they are doing is not good. It's not good. Guys, we are not the owners of these teams, Orlando Pirates, Sundowns, and whatever, or Kaizer Chiefs. But the owners, they must know that they are doing business. Okay, they might be benefited. Maybe they got some cash or some fund that they got from government that they are helping them to buy players and pay players. But they know that for us to be there at stadium, it benefited them a lot as a football team owners. So they must do something. We know that PSL is concerned, Kaizer and others, but they must do something. They must come up with something. That's something it won't, sometimes I think about as the supporter, and just because of we got that passion and love to our teams, we still gonna favor, we still gonna support our teams. But sometimes when you voice out, when you're telling the truth, you will be hated by everyone. That thing, that it's one thing that I know, that you will be hated by everyone. They might think you are talking too much, or you know too much, but they are not fair on us as supporters. They are not fair. Because with those mistakes that is happening because of the referees, they did that because of we spectators, supporters, we are not there at stadium. Kosi, you are welcome. Kosi.
Hi.
Yeah, move away from the video and talk to me.
All right, so you tell me now.
Yeah, but move away from the video. Talk to me. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Give us your opinion.
Yes.
Don't listen to the video. It won't correspond. You just talk to me and leave the video.
All right.
Sure. You guys, if you umamela wena ubulela ka mu video, it won't happen because video ikomra and then the call is forward. That is one thing you must know. When you call, move away from the video, close the volume from the video, and then talk to me. So guys, what I'm trying to say is, we know this thing, even though if I'm out of that topic of ours, but this thing is hitting me too much because when I see the response from PSL and SAFA, I know that we are the one who did a petition, so that they must be aware that supporters, they are looking to go back to stadium. But okay, yes, they responded to us that it won't happen because we are still under the rules and regulation of the government. Okay, it's true. But the government, those government we are talking about, they are going all around making rallies with over thousands of people supporting them, following them, listening to them. But we as supporters, what have we done? Kosi? Yeah, khuluma nathi.
Yeah, esikhathele lo SAFA lo yasibulala ibhola laseAfrika.
Khulumela phezulu kancane because mina ngiyakuzwa but abantu abanye abakuzwa.
Alright. uSAFA yasibulala ibhola laseSouth Africa. And what is isikhathele futhi buyakhathele dala yaqhubeka nokuqinisekisa umusibane kusadanga sokuwa iShift and sikhathele nto SAFA kwathe ukuthi sikhathele kulena kodwa siyobulala ibhola laseAfrika. Asabule asabukela ibhola laseSouth Africa. Youth nje ufuna nje support ama-team aleko indlela. Ngoba ibhola laseSouth Africa sefana nakudala.
Yeah, no, thank you, Kosi. Let us hear from others.
All right.
Thank you, Kosi. You see, Amakosi, so you may call 0769071401. So, guys, yes, I might be wrong by saying this live or telling everybody or giving you maybe some awareness on things that maybe you were not aware of. But guys, it's fine. It's fine. This thing happened. And then when we are crying about going back to stadiums, it's not like we are saying Kaizer Chiefs must give us money. It's not like we are saying Sundowns must give us money. It's not like we are saying Orlando Pirates must give us money. We are going to spend our money to pour the petrol on our cars, to hire the taxis and buses to go to stadium, to buy tickets, to buy foods, to buy our team's merchandise at stadium. We are going to use our money. But if our government, those who are vaccinated, wherever stadium, ball, maybe some of things, some of mistakes from the referees, match officials will never happen because there will be some people who are witnessing those games. Cause for life, you are welcome.
Hey,
Hey, sharp man, Kosi.
njani?
Sikhona wena uyibona njani le ndaba le?
South Africa hayi nebhola ngathi amanzi neparafini.
Amanzi naparafini.
Ibhola nje uyabona labantu laba corrupt kakhulu South Africa. Kodwa umbuzo wami ukuthi if you are not allowed to go back kuma stadium, why should we vote or local councillors, local government. Why? Because if we go there, there will be a long queue and issue.
Because when you go to vote, it's a benefit to the politicians. It's a bread for the politicians and their children. So if you will not vote, that means they will never do any corruption. They will never gain anything. So you have to vote. But they are not saying because of you are not vaccinated, you must not come to the voting station. They are saying come in numbers and vote for ANC. Because it benefited them. They are not saying we are opening stadiums for those who vaccinated. They must go there and watch the game. But they think this thing is fair when it benefited them only.
And the problem is, in South Africa, the way it's like I invested with football. Yeah, we are just playing football and enjoying but when it comes to investing, like you focus in football, just like how England, about our country, they are just doing it.
You see?
Because you can see now, even our stadium, there is no improvement. There is no improvement even South Africa.
South Africa is down, and now just because of they don't allow people to do what we want to do, the economy is going down.
The economy is going. Imagine the money that we are paying when we buy tickets.
Imagine the petrol garages that we pass there. Imagine if it's a derby when we go to Midrand Ultra Shell. How many taxis are going there to buy petrol? How many people are going to that petrol station to buy food and things when we are there coming from stadium?
Like football now is boring. I know our teams will perform much better if as supporters we are there and we support them. Now, empty stadium, football is now boring now in South Africa.
You see? Okay, let me take some other guys here.
Thank you, my brother.
You are welcome, Kosi. Kosi. You are welcome. Yeah, move away from the video, Kosi.
Kosi?
Hey, Nyakuz.
Yeah, this thing we come up in Chachagakulu. So what he silwela amanye amabhedlela angawazisizi ungathi indaba ye-Ivory Coast president ye-SAFA Jordan.
Yes.
So angazi ukuthi omunye uthi abantu ba-stadium omunye uthi abayi-stadium. So I'm seeing a full of confusion. Why bangathi no vote, no vaccine, no vote?
Yes.
But makuye stadium suspending imali zethu. Because this
thing here, that's why I said the word. Sometimes people think we are so stupid because of we are not voicing out, or maybe we are not seeing what they are doing. Because if they don't open to those people who vaccinated, in other way they are telling us that this vaccine is nothing. It is not prevented you from anything. Because we are talking about people who vaccinated. If people who vaccinated what will happen?
No, but vaccine is not a forced. Can imagine say we forced man.
So man, it shows like Baba's forced out to vaccinate. Okay, see vaccinate lenje. Why they don't open a stadium for us?
But it's not a force. So bangakhulumi ngevaccine ukuthi umuntu uvaccinated ukuthi akavaccinate abavule stadium. And that's ungathi ikhona enye into efani ma into izolunga la eSouth Africa. Ungathi sifane stoyitoyo. Ungathi is the time ukuthi mhlambe ema office we SAFA nawe PSL. Sibatshele ukuthi lokhu asikufuni. Even because Jordan fale baphume kula ma final wonke.
And it's like when we are saying this, my brother, it's like we are asking the government to give us 350. We are not asking the government to give us 350. We are saying, government, open the stadium. Tina abanye, we enjoy spending our money when we're going to stadium. We enjoy spending our money by buying tickets, by buying our merchandises, by buying food at stadium, supporting those people who are selling things at stadium, so that with our economy can grow up. But how will our economy grow up when
they can't see it because they benefit anything? Why manje i-Pirates ingafayini ngoba banile i-coaching national team yobona igame ye-Pirates ne-Sundowns? Why abakhulumi ngayo indaba ye-Pirates?
Why bang?
Why i-Pirates yona iyala ukuthi i-coaching national team yobona igame yayo? Why? It's too little fun like
no, this thing that they are doing, my man, is not fair. It's not fair.
Nonsense.
It's our government, it's our people.
No, it's a nonsense. Okay, Kosi.
Sure, Kosi, siyabonga opinion yakho. No, Amakosi, you know what? I'm very hurt, so Saivala lento manje. So guys, have a good night, sleep well. Amakosi, Mabakani, Masandawana, Maswai, all the supporters, have a wonderful night, guys. But sometimes, to be honest with you, as supporters, as people of South Africa, we must voice out. Riska dumela over dikaela ka mkhwareng dikaela ka teng gona biano. We must voice out. We are not fighting with anyone, but we are just voicing out. Renale rights ya re bolele. Langubizisa. We are not fighting for Kaizer Chiefs here. We are fighting for everybody. That's why Liwona Eli Chiefs li Pirates Dibapala. You will see a Sundowns supporter in that game. If it is Sundowns Swallows Dibapala, you will see a Pirates fan and Kaizer Chiefs fan at stadium. So that's what we are fighting for. So if that about to vaccinate lane, it can go stadium. Aba bulele botana go stadium. Mara hona biano, someone who feto bulela training. U carry lwela taba tja batho ba bangwe biano. Danny Jordan and Kaizer. It's like those guys abakwana. Because omunye usithembisa ukuthi game ya bafana likho kena for free if li vaccinated. Game ya derby ya Kaizer Chiefs li Pirates likho kena mahala if li vaccinated. Mara statement siyatswa bari no PSL ayidumeli lili SAFA awuna muthu atlo kena stadium if we are still under these rules and regulations of the government. Niti mo kai hona mo guys. Where is the truth? So batho ba ukari bari etsa dipukupuku dikaela, but it's fine guys. It's life. It's life. We love this team. We will wait until then. Or maybe batho will at the stadium where in. But you know what? It's fine if this government is treating us like this. Because they were supposed to say, no vaccinate, no vote. Or as a vaccinator, askaya vote. Or as a vaccinator, askaya modi ralling chabon. It was going to be fair. But it's okay, guys. Have a lovely night. Kosi? It's khona mani bona bulela kodi. I can't hear you, Kosi. I can't hear you. Good night, guys. Good night, Amagos for life. We love you all.